What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Awakening World. I am your host, Love Coach Scott Katamas, and I have two other wonderful co-hosts with me tonight, Jennifer Hill and Teresa Collins, and the Global Coherence Pulse. It's one of our regular collaborations with them, as we're going to be talking about a beautiful topic, unleashing the power of the heart. Now, I want to welcome everybody that is watching on Facebook or YouTube right now. Come and join us. We have a really beautiful group of people with us, and it's a lot easier to ask you questions and kind of connect. We put all the links to all the people you're going to be seeing in the chat box. So if you're with us live in the Zoom room, you're able to really get the experience much more fully. And it's really easy to join the Global Peace Tribe. All you got to do is go to globalpeacetribe.com. globalpeacetribe.com. You can learn all about the shows and all about what we do, and then click register for the new season. That takes you to our registration page. We do 3 or more shows every weekend, and with amazing hosts and great guests, always inspiring, always providing lots of information, and often lots of live music. And everybody, please remember to mute. Need somebody to mute themselves, please. Thank you so much. See, we're live and we're all in Zoom, and we also hear people when they aren't muted. So that's part of the magic of what we're doing here. Anyway, we do multiple shows. This is the show you're about to see tonight. So join us, come on in and become part of the Global Peace Tribe. Well, I love the opportunity to work with Teresa Collins and Jennifer Hill. They are both amazing human beings. And looking for Jennifer, there she is. And they just did an amazing Global Coherence Pulse event, and are rolling right into our show tonight. So welcome, ladies, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Scott. You know, I'm just looking at the screen with all 3 of us here, and we were just remarking that, you know, Scott, you started in April of 2020. The Pulse started in March of 2020. Jennifer, with her Coalition for Global Unity, started at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. So we all just felt this call to create these opportunities for us to come together right when we needed it most, to join our energies, to keep deepening our capacity for greater love and coherence. And so I just want to say it's such a blessing to continue to collaborate with the 2 of you and to show up in these moments where we bring our friends and we say, let's have a Saturday night that we hang out together and nourish ourselves, because right now we need it, you know, to choose love over fear, to choose a loving response in the face of so much challenge happening all around the world, the breakdown everywhere, the sadness, the how much our humanity needs our love, right? And to be able to join together in these moments and nourish and fuel ourselves so we can keep saying yes and keep choosing love in the face of whatever we're facing. So thank you.
Beautifully stated. And we really are global. We've got Jennifer, who's in Portugal. We've got people with us from Australia, Ecuador, British Columbia, Nebraska, Florida, of course, California. So it's really cool that we have truly a global peace tribe coming together to receive the pulse and to be inspired and be in global community together.
Yeah.
And I love what I believe it was Rev Jeffries in the chat said, and it's Ho'oponopono prayer. If you're not familiar with it, it's an ancient, beautiful Hawaiian blessing that you can say out loud for yourself or for others you may be in conflict with. And it's this easy. It is, I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you for being in my life so that I may love you. And this recently came up on another show or opportunity I was on, and I didn't realize this, but the doctor who came up with this had a hospital full of patients. And every day he would say this prayer for every one of the patients in the hospital until finally they had to shut down the hospital because there were no patients left. So that's the power of forgiveness and healing.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to meet that doctor and study with him in Hawaii about 10 or 15 years ago, probably 15 years ago. So I'm gonna real quickly, he's gonna lead our dancing tonight during the musical numbers. This is Reverend Jeffrey from Florida.
Hi, we know Jeffrey, of course. Love-olution.
Yep, he and the Wild Hobbit, Jerry, I'll bring on Jerry Anderson. And when she joins us also, of course, our wonderful lady from British Columbia. So anyway, thank you guys. Looking forward to this movement. Eleanor Joy is who I was thinking of also.
Yeah. So you can feel already, tonight you can relax. Tonight you can relax with family, with community of heart. You can open yourself up and get nourished, and we can have some fun together, and we can learn some things from each other that will help us stay strong and stay open and stay resilient. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited that when we do these, we do a pulse in the morning, and then we do our combination, our bring that energy into the evening. So this morning we did this beautiful pulse, and I wonder, Scott, if you would bring up the image for that. Yeah. I created this morning, adding Tammy in because I didn't originally have it. It was so beautiful as these three ladies shining in this image right now is the experience that we had on the pulse this morning, where they really just offered from their heart, their own journey of, leading from the heart, transforming their heart-centered life. And we're going to hear from each one of them, and they're going to bring that energy from this morning, which was like a bubble popping all over the world with love. We all felt it, into our energy tonight. And we're going to start with Tammy Briggs is going to bring us into a little kind of attunement. Like, let's just let ourselves drop in with a little sound of the harp, singing us home to our heart. And then I'll introduce Grace and Michelle as they'll share with you. And then we'll end that little segment with Tammy playing us out with some harp. And that will just kind of bring the energy from this morning into the evening. So
wonderful, Teresa. Thank you so much. And the song that I have selected for this opening is called Healers of the Heart. And I would invite you to possibly place your hands on your heart if that's comfortable to you. Breathe into your heart and let the music touch you wherever you need to be touched. Healers of the Heart.
Aw. Tammy, I love that your intention while you play is to connect us with our own inner peace so that we can radiate it out, bringing peace and calm into the world. What a beautiful intention to hold as you bring us back home into our hearts. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. I can feel this morning some bubbles are popping all over here. Beautiful. So I'm going to start with Grace Lin, who is one of our guides today. And Grace Lin is the author of Personal Heart Power, co-founder of the Global Heart Team, and creator of the Loving Journey program. For over 2 decades, she has facilitated many people's personal growth through different spiritual practices, including her Loving Journey program, workshops, and retreats. Her vision is to stand in love for all people to support the shift into a love-focused humanity. And I have to say, today, you kind of like claimed your purpose, like so beautifully. It's like, I'm here as a stand for every single molecule on this planet to awaken to a love-focused life. And I love that about you, your enthusiasm. And I'm so glad you're on the planet holding that for all of us. And we're going to get there. Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Teresa. And I'm happy to be here tonight to unleash the power of love, the power of the heart. So yeah, I'd like to share a little PowerPoint about what I'm here to bring into the world and to share. And so I'm here to bring in the Global Heart Team. Let's see here. Yeah, the Global Heart Team. So the Global Heart Team is standing in love to support the shift into a love-focused humanity. So that is my mission. And so the Global Heart Team mission is to infuse the world with loving energy that supports this shift into this love-focused humanity. And so when I was in a Barbara Marx Hubbard retreat in 2016, we're in Taos, New Mexico, taking a shower, I got these downloaded, 7 We Stand in Love visions. And so I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine standing in a circle all together, holding hands. And we're standing in love for the equality and mutual respect of all people, for the health, safety, and welfare of all people, for enough food and resources to share our gifts for the benefit of humanity, for a peaceful resolution of conflicts to create a peaceful world, and for protecting Mother Earth and all her natural resources for a sustainable Earth. And we stand in love for the oneness of humanity. Now, when that got downloaded in the shower, I went and wrote it down and just took this to the group when I was in with Barbara Marx Hubbard, and we stood there and held it. And so standing in love, it started in 2015. I was driving home from Sister Marcia, the upper left-hand corner, was a Catholic nun at the time. She was 89. I was visiting her, driving home, and all of a sudden the divine calling said, start the Global Heart Team. I had no clue what that was. I even pulled off the road to go Google it. And when I Googled Global Heart Team, it was just about heart surgeons. And I knew I wasn't to be a cardiac surgeon. So I just said, okay, what is this? So me and Sister Marcia started dialoguing. What would a Global Heart Team do if you're not a cardiac surgeon? And so I bought a map of the globe and started putting hearts in my office. I just asked people to start putting hearts where they thought love needed to be. It could have been where friends and family lived, and it grew from there. And so then it went to my family. There's my 2 sons in the lower right-hand corner, and there was local people in my own work, branching out. And so this expanded, and we do a little water blessing here in the lower corner. So it started out locally. And then it evolved in 2016 to 2018 when it went nationally. We went around the United States. I was inspired and guided to go to different things, like the Barbara Marx Hubbard in 2016, 2017 retreats. And then we were called to go to the 2017 Women's March in Washington, D.C., marching with 500,000 plus people, standing in love at that time. And then we were at the Julie Kroll down where Good of the Whole that November. And then with Co-Creators Convergence. And then more love in the Washington, D.C. So 2016 and 18, we were going around the United States, just being heart inspired. And then Sharon McLean with the Net of Light, Grandmother Speaks, is down the lower right, left-hand corner. So this got bigger. Well, then 2019 got bigger. We went global. And so global, first place was Finland in the Natural High Healing Festival in the Nordic in Finland. So we got to do our first Global Heart Meditation Hour and spent time there. And then went over to Europe, over to Stonehenge, standing in love at Stonehenge. And then went over to Ireland. You see where there's flows, planting a seed with our taxi driver. We went up to Belfast and we were between the Protestants and the Catholics. And we're at this peace wall here, this piece here. And the Global Heart team stands in love for all. And so standing from this wall, we're embodying. And so it's looking at going from that global, we thought, wow, 2019, and then standing in love, we were at the Heart Math at the conference there down in Tulum, Mexico in November of 2019, where we were standing in love, having a vision of what a love-focused humanity would be like. And then the pandemic hit in 2020. And so then we had to go to Zoom. So we started Global Heart with the Good of the Whole on Thursdays in March of 2020 when Good of the Whole started the connection field. And we've been meeting there ever since for the past 3 years, weekly, sharing love out into the field. And then the map behind me too, the Global Heart map for this year, is we're sending love out, being heart inspired. And then when you're doing a pandemic, you write a book with your best friend. So me and Michelle Marie, we wrote Personal